Hello children. I hope you are understand my last class. In last class we learned one of the part of medieval India and political transition. What is transition? Yes, the period between the second half of 12th century and the first half of the 13th century is recognized as the transitional period. That means 1250 to 1325. This period is called a transitional period. So tell me the important Rajput dynasties. Important Rajput dynasties. Tell me. Gurjara, Pratiharas, Garhwalas, Paramaras, Solankis, Chandhelas and Chauhans. These are the important Rajput dynasties. In last class we studied about Gurjara Pratiharas. After the Gurjara Pratiharas, another important dynasty was Garhwalas. After the Gurjara Pratiharas, the important dynasty Gharwala kingdom or Gharwala dynasty. The Gharwala dynasties ruled between 11 to 12th century. Between 11 to 12th century. Chandradeva was the founder of this dynasty. Chandradeva ruled the northern India. Chandradeva made Varanasi in his capital. Varanasi is in Uttar Pradesh. Chandradeva, not only a founder, is also one of the important ruler of this dynasty. Another important ruler, Govinda Chandra. Govinda Chandra defeated the Palas. So, he extended his rule till Malwa and Magadha. Malwa. The Narmada river separate India into two parts. One is Malwa Plateau, another one is Deccan Plateau. Next, he also defeated the kings of Kalinga and Odisha. Govinda Chandra had cordial relationship or good relationship with ruler of Kashmir, Gujarat and Cholas. These are the achievements of Govinda Chandra. Importantly, three achievements. So the first achievement, he defeated the Palas and extended his rule till Malwa and Magadha. The second point is he also defeated the kings of Kalinga and Odisha. Third point, he had cordial relationship with ruler of Kashmir, Gujarat and Cholas. These are the achievements of Govinda Chandra. In this Garhwalas, importantly, the founder of Garhwalas was Chandradeva. The capital, Varanasi. The important rulers, Chandradeva and Govinda Chandra. And also the achievements of Govinda Chandra we learnt. The another important Rajput dynasty. The another important Rajput dynasty was Paramaras. The another dynasty was Paramaras. They were ruled 9th century to 14th century. After the decline of the Gurjara Pratihara, Upendra Krishna Raja founded the Paramara dynasty. So Upendra Krishna Raja was a founder of Paramara dynasty. Before the founding of Paramara dynasty, he was a feudatory king of Rashtrakutas. Feudatory king. What is feudatory? Yes, he was ruled under the powerful ruler. In the return, he paid a tributes in the form of money. This is called a feudatory. Means one ruler under the control of another. The Rashtrakuta also one of the important South Indian dynasty. The capital of Paramaras, Dharanagar or Dhara. Dharanagar or Dhara was the capital of Paramaras. Dhara is in Madhya Pradesh. Bhoja was one of the important ruler of this Paramara dynasty. Bhoja was important king or ruler of Paramara dynasty. Bhoja was extended his Paramara state by defeating Kalyana Chalukyas, Gangas of Kalinga and eastern Gangas and northern Konkanas. Bhoja extended his empire through the defeating Kalyani Chalukyas, eastern Gangas and northern Konkanas. He experienced ups and downs in the political sphere. Means sometimes he won the battles, but sometimes he defeated by others. But he was not under defeated in the field of literature. That means he was a poet. He was one of the poet. But after him, the Paramara dynasty was declined because after the ruler of Bhoja, they were not capable to rule the Paramara dynasty. In this, Paramara dynasty was declined. After the Paramara dynasty, the next important Rajput dynasty is Solankis. The Solankis ruled between 10th century to 13th century. Between 10 to 13th century. The founder of Solankis was Moolarraja. Moolarraja was the founder of Solankis. The capital of Solankis, Patan. The capital of Solankis was Patan. Patan is in Madhya Pradesh. Next, Bhima first is the important ruler of this dynasty. He could not protect the Somanatha temple from Ghazni invasion. Ghazni, that means Muhammad Ghazni. He was a ruler of Ghazni region of Afghanistan. He invaded India 17 times. In this time, he destroyed the Somanatha temple. Who was destroyed the Somanatha temple? Yes, Muhammad Ghazni destroyed the Somanatha temple. He was called as idol breaker. Muhammad Ghazni called idol breaker. He attacked 16 times on Somanatha temple. The Somanatha temple is in Gujarat. Why he was attacked or destroyed Somanatha temple in 16 times? Because this is one of the important and also a rich temple in Gujarat. And also he looted numerous wealth or plundered. But at present, the Somanatha temple reconstructed under the order of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Who was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel? Yes, Iron Man of India or first Home Minister of India. This is reconstructed after the death of Vallabhbhai Patel. That means Somanatha temple reconstructed in 1951. After Bhima, Moolarraja II and Veeradavalla were capable kings. Moolarraja II defeated Muhammad Ghazni near Mount Abu. Mount Abu is in Rajasthan. In this period, the famous Jain scholar Hemachandra wrote a Desi Mala. This is one of the dictionary. This dictionary written in Prakrit language. The last ruler of this dynasty, Karnadeva. His period, Alauddin Khilji military generals Ulugh Khan and Nazrat Khan defeated Karnadeva. So, Solanki's dynasty was part of Delhi Sultans. The another important dynasty after Solankis. The another important dynasty is was Chandhelas. They were ruled between 9th to 13th century. The founder of Chandhelas was Nanook. This is not given any information about in your textbook, but the founder of Chandhelas was Nanook. Next, the capital of Chandhelas. Khajuraho. Khajuraho also is in Madhya Pradesh. This is the capital of Chandhelas. The Chandhelas ruled much part of Bundelkhanda. Bundelkhanda is in Madhya Pradesh. Dhanga was the most famous king of Chandhelas. Dhanga was most famous king of Chandhelas. In the beginning, Chandhelas were the feudatory ruler of Pratiharas. Already I told the meaning of feudatory. After the decline of Pratiharas, Dhanga declared himself as independent king. Dhanga took hold of the eastern part of Paramaras as kingdom and extended his kingdom by defeating Palas and Hadras. He was got the title Maharajadiraja or King of King because he helps to Hindu Shahi king Jayapala. Jayapala was a Hindu Shahi king. Jayapala took the help of Dhanga. Dhanga helped to fight back attacking Tugs. In this, he earned the title Maharajadi Raja. At last, the lack of unity among the Rajputs, the Khilji Sultans. Khilji, also one of the dynasty. Khilji Sultans conquered Chandhela dynasty. Take a homework. What were the first question? What were the achievements of Govinda Chandra? Already told 3 achievements. Was the founder of Paramara dynasty. Third question. Name the work of Hemachandra. Fourth one. Who destroyed the Somanatha temple in 11th century? Last one. Dhanga got the title of Maharajadi Raja. How? Thank you.